It's a soccer stadium, obviously. It's the stands almost come out on top of the pitch. That's the feeling that you get. Should be a wonderful atmosphere. France also have a bit of baggage from the World Cup. So you've got two teams that many hoped, I would say, rather than expected, to get to the final. And they'll both be keen to prove something. It'll be a very tough ask for Ireland tonight, but I'd be optimistic.
The Wesley fans getting behind their team. I was speaking to Ronan O'Gara during the week, and he said it's probably an advantage for France, the fact that the game is on in Marseille rather than Paris.
Yeah, like I say, they're very passionate fans. The acoustics in Marseille, in that stadium, are first class. The Marseillaise will never have sounded louder to the Ireland players who will be well used to playing in Stade de France. It's just, it'll be a different atmosphere, and Ireland, there's enough experience in that team, even allowing for Jack Crowley, if you like, starting his first Six Nations game, and the same with Calvin Nash. You know, it'll be a fantastic occasion how those two guys, in particular Jack Crowley, inherited Johnny Sexton's jersey. Very appropriate, we're covering a Mary's match here today.
It is indeed. What do you like about Crowley? He tends to be able to take a lot of punishment and bounce back up and take some more and give some more as well.
Yeah, he's a superb footballer. I mean, if you look back to his performances in the under-20 internationals, he produced a series of outstanding performances in a COVID-hit tournament where he scored some great tries. You would hope that he would be able to represent a little bit of that virtuosity in the match tonight, as well as doing what he needs to do in terms of the team patterns.
Well, speaking of teams, here is the St. Mary's team. Killian Jacobs is an excellent hooker, but he's also their kicker, and he's decent at that as well. Patrick Power in the second row. He's a third-generation St. Mary's player. Andrew Strong will keep it moving quickly at scrum half. And Evan Moynihan, well, we know all about him from last year. Him and Zach Hopkins are quite the deadly centre combination.
Yeah, you've got Aaron O'Brien, who's also a rep player. Zach Hopkins plays full back and wing. Generally, on the rep teams, he's moved into the centre. So that is a very, very potent centre partnership.
And he's part of the Leinster and Ireland school set up, Zach Hopkins. And he's a very, very good ball carrier. Let's move on and have a look at the Wesley team, because they've got some decent players as well. As mentioned, coached by Craig Ronaldson. Rian Handley scored a hat-trick of tries in this game last year. Sadly, it wasn't enough to win, but it did show promise. Max Colbert, an excellent fullback, and Charlie Hempenstall, I have to say I'm excited about watching him at out half today.
Yeah, another of their rep players. I think what you would hope for both teams today is that they properly represent the talent that is there, that both teams play well, and whoever wins from that. But it would be great if everybody's memory, well, sorry, I suppose you can't say that for the side that loses, but you'd like to see that everybody has a positive memory from today.
Well, Ferdy Spain is back. Unfortunately for him, he missed last year through injury. He's in sixth year, so it was kind of ticking away time for him regards the Leinster Senior Schools Cup, but he is in today. Charlie Hempenstall, a man we've already spoken about, he's actually only a fifth year. Jack Frayne also only a fifth year. They have a lot of younger players in their team, Wesley.
Yes, it's good to see that Dave Gilmore has taken time off from touring with Deep Purple to play in the centre today for Wesley College.
Do you think any of those kids gathering in that circle will get that joke? That's one for the parents and grandparents, I think.
Correct.
There's Craig Ronaldson walking out. We got a shot of him there. As you say, he's a bit battered and bruised looking, but that's because he's still playing at an incredibly high level in the AIL for Naas.
Yeah, smashing player, smashing person. Very, very good career. Obviously played with Connacht as well.
Kind of went the long road to professional rugby. He was already working at Wesley when he got the call to go to Connacht. He was playing for Lansdowne and really impressing with them. Well, he really impressed with Connacht. Kind of an out-half centre type player, decent kicker.
Very, very good place kicker. Yeah, whoever he has played for, he has served them very, very well.
The warm-ups, the players getting the eye in, keeping the focus, staying loose. Weather-wise, it's not raining. There are dark clouds overhead. There is a bit of a breeze. The pitch, well, it's 4G, so obviously it doesn't change condition-wise. I had a walk on it earlier on. It's got a nice kind of it's a very good underfoot pitch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think there's always a tiny bit of gamesmanship to see which team leaves the other waiting. on the pitch. Marys are out. They're going through some kind of tackle bag drills here at the moment. And Wesley have yet to emerge. And they've got the tackle bags on the pitch, which suggests that when they do come out, they'll be warming their shoulders for 60 seconds.
And of course, the answer to did it work or did it not is all in the result.
Yeah, very much so. Like I say, just hope for both teams, for the young players on both teams, that they can look back fondly on today's game in terms of their personal contributions.
Wesley qualified for the Senior Cup by winning 3 of their 4 league games. They beat Roscrea, Castleknock and Catholic University before losing out to eventual winners Gonzaga.
Yeah, that's no shame in that. Gonzaga are a very good side this year, as they proved in their opening match of the competition in defence of their title. They also won the league for the 6th time in 7 years. So there was no shame certainly in losing that game.
And just a reminder, in case you're only logging on now, the draw for the quarterfinals will be live straight after this game. Wesley are about to emerge, and they're about to emerge into a cauldron of noise.
Yeah, it's once you see the replacements appearing, you know it's imminent. Here we go.
And remember, for schools rugby, it's 35 minutes a half, and the yellow card sin bin, whatever you want to call it, is 7 minutes rather than 10. They look very, very calm, don't they? And I mean that positively.
Yeah, I think there's a touch of the ducks here, kind of calm on the surface level and paddling furiously underneath. I'd say that the emotions are churning a little bit, but everybody has a game face.
Well, they'll hope it's the Mighty Ducks, another reference that will be lost on all of these kids. Our referees coming out onto the pitch as well. Our referee today, by the way, is Porrick Reedy. The assistant referees are Aaron Gernon and Andy Sheehan. Barry Armstrong is the 4th official.
Almost ready to go now. Marys are certainly ready to go. Yeah, the tackle shields. Wesley still going through some last-minute drills.
Well, they're going through their last-minute warm-ups off camera. Marys are standing in place. They're ready to go. Wesley now getting ready, and we're about to get underway. What a way to start Bank Holiday Friday. Wesley getting the final few words of encouragement out.
Marys will probably feel like they've been out there for about 25 minutes waiting for this game to start.
Well, it's about to get underway, and we're delighted to bring it to you. Porrick Reedy, our referee, giving the thumbs up. And here it comes. Paul Neary will get us underway. And here it is. And eventually gathered. It can be dangerous when those ones are caught in the breeze. I think that is Tom Burke who secured it. Jack Frayne. They're running it to the edge of that 22. Can they recycle? In on top trying to poach was Moynihan, but it's Frayne. And then it's booted clear by Hempenstall. It's not a bad kick, but they'll run it back. That's Josh Kelly who has. Kelly goes to that narrow side. That is fantastic work by the winger, Jack Halpin. He's a big man, but he's got great feet. Now it's going to be carried by Killian Jacobs. Marys recycle. Andrew Strong. They're going through the hands. It's solid play. A big tackle from the centre. That was David Gilmore. But still, Marys have it. Strong into the hands of centre Evan Moynihan. Moynihan tries to break. Someone clutched at his jersey, and it was vital that they did. Then the gap was closed. But it's still Marys. Attempted a little grubber kick through there by Hopkins. Now they'll work that narrow side, and Josh Kelly, another man with great feet. Marys looking for a lightning start, but there has been an infringement, and it is a penalty to Wesley.
Yeah, well, Wesley will be very happy to have defended that set. It looked like Evan Moynihan had found a gap and managed to make his way through it, but Wesley scrambled very, very well. Managed to get over the ball just inside their 22 and force a penalty turnover.
And they'll try and drain every inch out of this one. It's a decent kick, and it takes the pressure off.
Yeah, I think Wesley obviously have the advantage of the breeze, I think, in the first half, so they're going to make use of that, you would imagine, and try and kind of ease their way up the pitch with a kicking game.
Rian Hanley, the captain. His brother Oren captained the team last year. Frayne. Wesley drive on. Frayne is waiting. Frayne gives that pass. Frayne again. They might kick again, they do. It hangs up in that breeze, and it's taken well. Well, Heppenstall thought about trying to keep it in. In the end, it went out, and it's a solid clearance kick.
Yeah, superb from Josh Kelly there, very composed, beautifully drilled into the wind. Wesley, as expected, are going to the boot early on. Charlie Heppenstall just needs a little bit, probably, to kick with a little bit more of an angle to it.
Josh Kelly looks so composed at fullback for Mary's. He's still only a fourth year. That's a really good take in the line-out by Milo Campbell. The line-out, such a debating point in Irish rugby at the moment. That is really good play, really strong play by Ferdy of Spain. A little take and go. Wesley still on the front foot. Burke gaining some hard yards there. Has support now. Frayne will want to get a hold of this and does. And Heppenstall hangs it up, and Kelly is waiting again. And it's another good take. And he elects to run rather than kick. And I do beg your pardon, because that was Paul Neary rather than Kelly. That's an excellent little chip ahead by Halpin. It just has a little bit too much on it. The idea was good though.
Yeah, lovely play there from Paul Neary. Shaped the kick at Mary's at half. Paul Neary shaped the kick, pulled the ball back in, made a half break. Fed his wing, Jack Halpin, and as you said, Oisín, just a little bit too much on the kick. A reminder of playing on a 4G surface, how much the ball bounces and runs.
Especially in the breeze. Paul Neary, another fourth year in that Mary setup, has been part of the Leinster under-17 setup, like so many of these players involved in the provincial setup, some of them involved in Irish setups as well. And it will be Jack Frayne to feed.
Yeah, we've hardly drawn breath here. The first scrum of the match, 4 minutes in, and it's been lively, it's been entertaining, and both teams have shown promise in terms of what they're trying to do in attack.
Frayne has plenty of options. And that was Tom Burke who carried Frayne. And here comes the kick from Heppenstall. It's blocked down. Who's it going to bounce to? It bounces to Mary's. Mary's have secured the possession just outside that Wesley 22. They work the short side through Strong. Out to the wing it goes. I think that's David Lean. O'Brien will carry. Strong. Good hands by Strong. They're trying to slither through Moynihan. Moynihan is held up. Desperate to get to ground. Much to his credit, he does. And Mary's are able to go again. Ball goes loose. Who is it going to fall to? Referee's going to call it back. It's a penalty to St Mary's.
Yeah, I think Rian Hanley, the Wesley captain, was penalised for her hands on the ground past the ball there in the ruck. And I think pretty sure Mary's will opt for the posts here.
And the kicking hooker, Killian Jacobs.
Yes, not something you see too often, I was going to say, but I'm trying to think of a hooker that's kicked before. Keith Wood used to try it in training and in practice. I'm not sure if he took any in a match.
Jacobs, whose father is from New Zealand, his mother is from Belfast. Another one who's been part of the Leinster setup. And Jacobs, as you would expect, guides it over, and Mary's have drawn first blood.
Yeah, a little reminder there that for Charlie Heppenstall that he needs to get some elevation on his kicks. Wesley won't be very unhappy in terms of conceding 3 points, because Mary's looked like they were building momentum in the 22, and obviously the concession of the penalty gave them an opportunity to take the points, which they did.
This one hangs up in the air. It's Jacobs there again. He's centrally involved early in the game. But it's Wesley who turned it over, and now it's Rian Hanley. Good play by Frayne. Out to the wing. It does come to the fullback, Colbert. We know he can move. Colbert showing beautiful stepping there. Frayne. Finn O'Neill was held up, but kept his head. Frayne again. Rian Hanley. Hanley loves to have a cut every time. That's picked up by the number 8, Milo Campbell. Wesley getting closer, and they go again. And support is in from Isaac Reid. It's still on that Wesley side, and they're trying to inch forward here. Frayne just waiting. A little take and go. Mary's closed the gap. And they go again. It's all about patience and not blinking first. Frayne is assessing the options. Again, it will be the forwards who do the work here. I think that's Tom Burke who took it. Another pick and jab. It looks easy, but it's incredibly hard.
Yeah, you have to be so disciplined. A great counter ruck initially from Wesley to turn over possession. Superb footwork from Max Colbert and a good line, and now they're 6 meters from the posts.
Referee keeping a close eye. It is still Wesley's ball. Can they drive their man over? They'll have to recycle again. They're so good in these situations. We saw that last year. And Mary's will know that. Expecting it and defending it are two different things, though. Frayne gives it. There is a gap. Oh, that's a wonderful finish. That's a fantastic finish, and crashing over the line was Ferdy Spain, who missed last year through injury. He has been through the pain, but now it is a moment of pure joy for him, and Wesley lead by 2.
Superb play from Wesley there from the moment they turned over the ball, from fullback Max Colbert's footwork and lines of running, and then that patience and precision to recycle the ball, to work the fringes and remain patient while they were doing so, and eventually choosing the right option in giving the ball to Ferdy Spain, who spun out of a tackle and forced his way over. Really, really, really good try.
Hempinstall, who's from Nice and a Leinster representative. Can he add the extras?
No.
Oh, he was unlucky. The wind kind of caught it, but Wesley's still in front by 2.
Yeah, that will give Wesley great heart. They showed flashes of it in the first 7 or 8 minutes of the game in terms of the direct carrying and how they were able to make meters. The fact that they've done it now to score a try is a reminder to Marys that if they give away ball and Wesley get into their 22, that Wesley have the capacity to make it very difficult for them in terms of that direct carrying game.
It was a cracker when these two met last year. It looks like it's going to be the same this year. It just seems to hold up that extra few seconds in that breeze. Wesley have lost it though, and Mary's in a very good position. Strong. Jacobs has to regather. Did well, to be fair. It was kind of behind him. Here's Strong again. Helped out by the out half, and it's Moynihan. A lot of air on that pass, but it did meet its target. Blackrock lead 47-7 at half-time in the other game going on. They're playing the high school at the moment. The last 2 first-round matches today. That's a crunching tackle by Finn O'Neill. But it's still Marys who have it. Great strength. Moynihan chasing after the kick. Taken by Ferdy Spain. Spain, the try scorer. Frayne. Wesley just settling it down after a minute or so of uncertainty. Going through the phases. Making sure they nail their passes. The kick will come now. Or will it? Hempinstall, I'm not sure if he got caught in 2 minds there. Still on the Wesley side, and they still have the ball. Lots of options there. It's a little slow in coming out. Marys have poached it. That's great play. And now they want more, and driving on there was Greg Ewing. Strong comes to the out half. Now Moynihan. Moynihan takes great lines. Moynihan, this is brilliant from Moynihan. Spills out. Grabbed again by Marys and O'Brien. They're in that 5 metre channel. A little take and go. I think that's Jacobs. Mary so close. Now Wesley, who scored from a position like this, have to defend it. Here's Jacobs. A little jab. Did he get there? Yes, he did. A very clever finish. And getting over was David Lean.
Yeah, almost a carbon copy of the Wesley try. Mary's got into the 22 after superb work from their captain, Evan Moynihan. And from there, it was patient, pick and drive, winning the collision, winning the gain line, until Wesley were forced back behind their own line. And David Lean forced his way over.
Great play by David Lean, whose brother Daniel plays for St Mary's in the All-Ireland League. David, of course, involved in the Leinster under-18s, can also play second row. So he's versatile and a very good finisher, as we've just seen.
He used all of his reach advantage there to force his way over, and good power as well. But yeah, Evan Moynihan's break was the catalyst there. But again, I suppose both sides kind of mirroring each other in terms of the way the tries were scored. Good, patient, direct carrying in the opposition 22, and both managing to finish it off with a try.
Jacobs guides it over. And Mary's lead 10-5. Well, the noise here can be deafening, but during the kicks it all goes silent, and all you can hear is the rumbling of the traffic behind us as it goes through Donnybrook and onto the N11.
Interesting to say, coaches always tell you that restarts are so important after you score to secure them and make sure that you do the right thing, do the basics well. Marys have done that.
He was like a wrecking ball moving there, wasn't he? But it is a penalty to Wesley.
Absolutely, commentators curse there, having said they've secured possession from the restart, that then Aaron O'Brien is penalised for not releasing.
There's a discussion going on as to whether or not they'll go to the corner or go for the post. They will go for the posts.
Yeah, I think a sensible option given the scoreline. And the fact that the penalty is in the middle of the pitch as well. Yep.
Hempenstall. Well, I would like a second look at that. It looked very close.
Yeah, there's a swirling breeze here. It started to move around a little bit. It's not easy. Place kicking isn't easy, and yeah, it looked very close.
The assistant referee's in a great position, but it looked close. I'm not suggesting it was over. Just he was very unlucky.
No, I'd agree.
Spain has to chase after this one. It just skipped away from him.
Yeah, the game can breathe a little bit now. We have a line out. I think it's probably only the second maybe in the game. It's been very little.
Hanley hits his target. That target was Sam McMullen. But he's clamped on his way out. I think that was Harry Jones. Frayne. Hempenstall gives that one plenty. It's well taken. And it was kept low. And I think Neary knew it might be caught by the breeze if he put it up in the air. It just kind of stabbed it in behind.
Neary was claiming it was touched, and the touch judge agrees.
Okay. You have eagle eyes. I missed that, I have to say. It might sound like a silly comment, but the wind might be actually too strong at times for the kickers, because it will take it that extra distance.
Absolutely, you're trying to assure that you don't kind of kick it dead. So both kickers are taking a little bit off it. an attempt to ensure that they don't do that. We've an injury at the moment. I'm trying to see who it is.
The Mary's fans here in their numbers, supporting Patrick Power amongst others. Patrick, of course, playing in the second row for St Mary's today. He's the third generation of Power family to go through St Mary's. His grandfather David also wore the number 5 shirt for St Mary's 60 years ago in the 1963/64 Senior Cup. That year they beat Castleknock, then overcame Clongowes, only to go out to eventual winners Blackrock. David is actually here today, proudly supporting Patrick.
I wasn't at that game, I just want to point out.
Are you sure?
Well, I feel that old, certainly, but yeah, no. Wasn't born, actually. Yeah, it's really the first lull in the game we had, that little bit of attention for Wesley player.
Here's Killian Jacobs, the hooker who can also throw. That's a good knockdown. I think that might have actually been the man we just mentioned, Patrick Power. Moynihan involved again. Fullback Josh Kelly gets it out to the wing, and Chris Maguire. Chris Maguire has got wheels. Taken well by Strong. Strong off to Zach Hopkins. It was a very decent offload as well. Here's O'Brien, who's a bit of a wrecking ball. He's involved in the Irish setup. Strong. Moynihan. Hopkins gave off to fullback Josh Kelly. Kelly tried to loop around and find a gap. Well taken by the man running onto it, David Lean, St Mary's try scorer. Here's Strong. O'Brien again. Strong. Got it off to Neary. Now it's Strong. Strong back inside. It was juggled there by Egan. But it's okay. They can play on because it was backwards. Here's Flaherty. Well taken by Max Egan. Max Egan. They tried to clamp him. Egan places for Strong, but it's a penalty to Wesley.
Yeah, lovely variety to the way Mary's played there, carrying hard through number 8. Aaron O'Brien, very direct and very effective on the gain line, and then moving the ball wide. There were probably a couple of opportunities, had the pass gone earlier, that they could have got to the width a little bit quicker and possibly there was a little bit of space there, but a lot to enjoy and admire about the way they're playing the game. But once again, Wesley showed their resilience in their own 22 to force a penalty turnover at a breakdown.
Rian Hanley coming over to have a little word with them. There was James Malloy. Again, it's decent work at the line out. That's Sam McMullen who took it. And now it's the number 8, Milo Campbell. Frayne, cool and composed. Decent box kick. And that's an awkward enough bounce for Neary, but he does well. Shows a little step, gets the pass away. That's Chris Maguire. And Mary's get the penalty. Wesley didn't roll away.
Yeah, Milo Campbell slightly unlucky there, but yes, the tackler didn't roll away, so he had no rights to the poach.
Really got that one in the breeze, kind of hung it up.
It's interesting to see Mary's captain and centre, Evan Moynihan, giving some instructions to his pack, so he's telling them what sort of ball he wants from this line-out.
Malloy came over to have a word with Jacobs, and whatever they said, it worked, and Jacobs was on the Luke Keith Wood style there. Here's Moynihan. Moynihan, again showing those great feet. Strong. He's trying to escape the centre, Zach Hopkins, but he does well. Now ploughing on is Flaherty. Did he get over? He was very close. Flung out to the wing, and it's in again. and it's Jack Halpin who gets the try for St. Mary's.
Absolutely superb try. Line out move, Killian Jacobs coming around the back, feeds Evan Moynihan. Evan Moynihan again brilliant in terms of breaking the gain line. Then on to his centre partner, Zach Hopkins. Liam Flaherty took it on, and a great bit of vision from Andrew Strong, who picked out Jack Halpin with a brilliant cut-out pass. Just superb rugby all round.
Very good pass by Strong, because it's not easy to pass that distance in this wind. You have to judge it exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, he knew exactly what he wanted to do when he went to the ruck, spotted that Halpin was in space out towards the touchline, and delivered a perfect pass for him.
It was a decent effort, wasn't it?
It was a decent effort, yeah. Just dropped under the crossbar. But Mary's will be very, very happy. That was a beautifully constructed and executed try. And it gives them a little bit of separation on the scoreboard.
Hempenstall. It's intercepted by David Lean, and then drop but backwards, and O'Brien secures the possession for St. Mary's. Strong. Now do Wesley kicker, run it back. Fullback Max Colbert, he can move. Colbert takes it into heavy Donnybrook traffic. Frayne arrives. Frayne. Now it's Spain. Spain is very powerful, isn't he?
He is. He's carried extremely well on the gain line again. He's broken tackles and given his pack a target going forward.
It's still on the Wesley side, but they're very much on the back foot here as Mary's trying to turn it over. Hanley gets them back on the front foot. Frayne hooks it, and the mark is called by St. Mary's.
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult. It was very slow ball, and Jack Frayne Wesley couldn't really play off it, and his choice to kick was okay. It was just drifted a little bit long and made it very, very easy. And Mary's have now taken play 4 or 5 meters into the Wesley half. So turnover, kind of easy turnover of possession there, and Wesley are back probably 10 meters from where, 10 or 15 meters from where Frayne kicked the ball.
Well, at least they still have the possession. Here's Hanley. Off the top of the line out it goes, and now it's Harry Jones. Frayne. Placed well. Frayne. It's an interesting kick through. Might work at an awkward bounce, but it was dealt with rather well. That's an excellent kick. It had to be inch perfect.
Superb from Neary there. Judged it beautifully, kept it low, and the ball landed less than a meter from touch. Beautifully executed.
You can very easily identify where the ball lands because those
the old pellets,
yeah,
yes,
they pop
indeed.
up, don't they?
Yeah.
So you can see it was the right side of the line. Here's Hanley again. It's a good take in that line out by Isaac Reed. Tom Burke. Frayne. Fullback kicks, that's Max Colbert. And they're very much against the breeze. And we'll come all the way back because it was out on the full.
Yeah, it's tough. It's Wesley haven't been able to get quick ruck ball, therefore they've cut down on their options. They've had to kick a lot of the time. It puts pressure, and when you're kicking into the wind, any sort of less than perfect contact, we'll say, is exaggerated.
Jacobs. Taken extremely well by Isaac Reid. I beg your pardon, Max Egan. Max Egan took it. Or was it Reid? Well, it's with St. Mary's now. Strong. Moynihan. Moynihan with the crossfielder. He's looking for Chris Maguire, and he's found him. Can Maguire get through? Maguire's still going, and he lost the ball.
Yeah, wonderful kick from Evan Moynihan there. It looked like it was going to be a try, but just lost possession of the ball. Chris Maguire. But play has come back for a penalty, collapsing the maul.
Well, it was worth trying because they had that penalty advantage, and it almost worked out. It was a very good take by Maguire.
It was. He did the hard part extremely well,
Yeah.
and he stepped inside and possibly could have gone to the outside again. I think that would have been the better option than trying to step inside a third time, and he just got stripped to the ball in the tackle.
Very well defended by Wesley because it looked odds on that Maguire was going to get in there.
An interesting decision here, the kick to the corner rather than at goal.
Mary's just about keep it. That's Max Egan who gathers. And now they maul forward. But it's a scrum to Wesley.
Yeah, huge credit to Wesley in the last 90 seconds of that game, managing to strip the ball out wide, and then a scrum turnover from in stopping the Mary's maul. They'll take heart from that, but they'll need to try and clear their lines here. Still under pressure, having to put into a scrum 5 metres from their line.
Don't forget the quarter-final draw will be live after this game. Will it be St. Mary's or Wesley who'll be going through from this game? We're not sure at the moment. It looks like Mary's, but there's still an awful lot of time left. Blackrock College were well ahead when last we heard. We'll get confirmation of the full time when it comes through. Here's Spain running it out again. Frayne. Colbert kicks. And it's a decent kick as well, again, and I'll remind you, against a very stiff breeze.
Yeah, that's superb. Superb. Considering where the scrum took place, to get to virtually to your own 10-metre line is a super effort all round. Ferdius Spain set up the ruck, and the kick was excellent considering the conditions.
Blackrock leading 66-7 in the other game going on at the moment at Anglesey Road, so it looks like they will be in that quarter-final draw. Who will join them? Well, stay with us and you'll find out. Jacobs, well taken in the line out by Power. Moynihan. Strong. Hopkins kind of jumped into it. Hopped into it, if you will. Strong. It's fumbled, but he actually did well to keep it with his team and guide it to his teammate. But then Wesley get the penalty.
Yeah. Aaron O'Brien got slightly isolated in trying to rescue what was a kind of a couple of passes that went astray there for Mary's, and was penalised for not releasing at the ruck. Again, good work by Wesley. They're showing a lot of character, and they're working hard at the breakdown.
And now they've got the line out on that 10-metre line inside the St. Mary's half. Well, just inside it, but you know what I mean. Rian Hanley. Up in the air goes McMullen and takes it gratefully, and now it's the maul. It's not bad either. Frayne. Can Wesley get some points before half time? It pops out, still with Wesley. Frayne. Soft hands, went short. Frayne again. Wesley going through the phases. One or two players stopped there. I think they thought the referee had given the decision, but Mary's have turned it over.
Yeah, great work from tight head prop there, James Malloy, to turn over that ball.
And there's the clearance from Josh Kelly. Handle well. Frayne guides Gilmore away, and it is Reid who takes. Frayne, Cullen. Cullen does well. Cullen does very well. That was Max Egan who came barreling through there. It's still with Wesley. Digging it out is Finn O'Neill. McMullen. McMullen put down by his opposite number, Liam Flaherty.
Again, it's a little bit slow from Wesley, which suggests they're going to kick again.
Frayne. Was that knocked on by Moynihan? Referee says yes. And I think it's fair to say that Wesley catch a break.
Yeah, I suppose even Homer nods there. Evan Moynihan hasn't made too many mistakes in this match. He's been excellent in the main, but just took his eye off that one a little bit, and it's given Wesley a scrum 8 metres outside the Mary's 22, and what, about 4 minutes to go to the interval. Let's see what they can do.
Moynihan has been excellent all day, but as you say, even the very best make the odd mistake here and there. Frayne. Frayne. Spain drops it, but backwards. It's fallen for Hempenstall. No, it was actually forward. And it is a scrum to Mary's.
Yeah, Mary's got a little bit of a shove on there in the scrum and changed the angle, which put Jack Frayne under a little bit of pressure to get the ball away. And I think it was Charlie Hempenstall's handling error that has given Mary's an opportunity to clear from just inside their 10-metre line. I think you have to also highlight the set piece from both teams, particularly the line out from both teams, in what are very windy conditions with a swirling wind. The unit skills and the throwing of the two hookers deserve mention.
Well, the scrum goes down again. The stadium clock is about a minute ahead of the clock on your screen. I'm not entirely sure which one is right, but either way, we're very close to half time.
Yeah. With the metre and a half push in the scrum, it's generally a way of restarting the game. You can tweak it, you can turn the angle, but you can't push any more than a metre and a half.
Andrew Strong to feed. Wesley getting the shove on there, but it's O'Brien who takes it, gets it to Strong. Josh Kelly. It's well taken, and he had to be careful because the Mary's pack were rushing up for them there, McLaughlin Hickey.
Yeah.
Frayne. Juggle, but kept again. Frayne. Hempenstall. Oh. Spain unfortunately knocks it on. Ref playing advantage. Moynihan is away. Moynihan will get over, and it's a third try for St. Mary's.
Wow, that's a tough blow for Wesley ahead of half-time, and it was one of their best players in the first half. Ferdy of Spain just took his eye off the ball, it went to ground, and Moynihan was so sharp onto the ball, picked it up immediately on the bounce, lovely sidestep, and ran 35 metres to score it under the posts.
McLaughlin Hickey did his best to get there. He gave it some effort, but Moynihan is pacey. Moynihan can move, and as we've seen, Moynihan can score.
Yeah, try scorer in this fixture last year, and he's got another one today.
Hempenstall is receiving some treatment off camera as Jacobs kicks it over and extends St. Mary's lead. That was in fact the final kick of the first half. A first half in which St. Mary's have ended with a 15-point lead. Wesley maybe can consider themselves slightly unlucky.
Yeah, I think that the scoreline's a little bit lopsided based on the way the first half panned out. Marys have played some very, very good attacking rugby. Wesley have struggled to get the quick ruck ball that would allow them to play a little bit more, and have relied hugely on their pack. And in fairness to centre Ferdy of Spain, who's been excellent on the gain line. So Mary's a little bit more fluency, a little bit wider in their attacking options, and lead at half time 22-5.
22 points to 5. It's a 17-point lead. Maths, never my strong point. I wouldn't be doing honours if I was in either of these two schools or any other school. Of course, Jacobs putting over that extra 2 with the conversion in the last kick of the half. Blackrock College were well up against High School when last we heard 66-7. We'll get it confirmed full-time very shortly, but Blackrock College safely through to the quarterfinals. And it looks like St Mary's will join them. We will have the draw for the quarterfinals after this game. But right now we're going to let you enjoy the atmosphere. Half-time here in the Bank of Ireland Leinster Senior Schools Cup first round match at Energia Park at St Mary's 22, Wesley 5. Wesley College about to get the second half underway. They trailed 22-5 coming into the second half.
I think they've made one change. I think Adam Quinlan is on. I saw number 19 there. There he is in camera shot.
Okay. And it's a testing start for Andrew Strong, but it's a test that was passed and then it was given off to Paul Neary, who cleared.
Yes, and I see Finn O'Neill reminded him of how poor a kick that was.
Rian Hanley. Really good take by McMullen. Ball goes loose. Hanley pounced on it. Frayne. Wesley could do with an early score or two. Here's Frayne. Frayne tried to find a way around, but Max Egan grabbed onto him. That's a really good ball by Wesley. Frayne, it's popped out. Can they get to a gap? It's still with Wesley. And they have the penalty.
Yeah, the penalty I think is for a high tackle. I thought it was for Aaron O'Brien playing the scrum half, but it's not. The referee, Porty Greedy, seemed to indicate, sorry, they have a choice of penalties here. And, yeah, they're going to the corner.
That looked uncertain. Max Colbert does put it into the corner. It looked like they were going to tap and go at one stage,
right.
But they were told very, very quickly and very, very sharply, corner.
Yeah, when your captain is the hooker, I think he makes, he fancies this.
Hanley finds his man is Sam McMullen. Can they drive over that line or get close to it? That looks like it's going to be very close. Wesley, look to recycle, look to get over. Finn O'Neill. Finn O'Neill takes it. His route is blocked. They take a go again. Still on the Wesley side. And they try something different, and it works. And Wesley have got an early boost in the second half, a boost they desperately needed.
Yeah, that vindicates the decision. Rian Hanley, superb off the line-out maul, made the hard yards initially. They picked and went a couple of times around the fringes and then spotted that there was space on the outside.
A really good finish after going through the phases.
Exactly what the game needed, from our perspective at least. I'm not so sure that the Mary supporters would agree with us, but certainly for the game, it's great that Wesley got the first score in the second half, and again it came from that good work in terms of the collisions on the gain line. They were patient, they were accurate, and they made good choices. Having originally got the field position from the penalty.
That's a tough kick. I think from that position you'd say it's a kick to nothing.
Looks like
Or a shot to
Charlie
nothing.
Hempenstall is in trouble here. He's making his way towards the sideline. Yeah.
Well, I think it was Jack Duffy who got over the line and got that vital try, a try that very much resuscitates Wesley's chances.
Yeah, Max Colbert took over the place kicking duties there from the touchline, and it looks like Wesley will have to play the remainder of the game without their Leinster player and out half, Charlie Hempenstall, who was making his way towards the touchline.
So Duffy's try has made this one that bit more interesting. That's very well taken by Wistapek. And it's a penalty to Mary's. Moynihan, one of Mary's 3 try scorers, goes for the corner.
Yeah, I think that penalty was fairly of Spain clearing out past the ruck. Mary's have elected to go to the corner, so an opportunity to strike back pretty quickly.
Killian Jacobs, who's had an excellent game, like so many out there. Mary secure the possession. Strong assessing, but he lets the forwards at it for now. And it'll take and go, pumping those legs. Wesley for now defend their line and keep them outside that 5-metre channel. But Mary's get back in there, or close to it anyway. Very soft hands to Max Egan, who did well. He tries to find a route through. Here's Strong. Wesley defending that line, which is being battered at. That's so close. That gives you an idea. It's like an arm wrestle. Little short jab, but it doesn't quite work out. Stalemate.
Yeah.
But a penalty to Mary's.
Mary's were playing on penalty advantage. Emma Moynihan came close, and 2 further lunges for the line were also looked like they could have been tries, but referee Pádraig Reedy was in the best place to see.
And now they'll try and ram raid through, but they're stopped again. But not of the second time of asking. And Mary's get the try, their 4th of the game.
Yeah, the initial sally was from hooker Killian Jacobs. He was held up short. And I'm trying to see who scored here.
Well, this is a look at the try. Jacobs keeping his head, making the decision.
I think it is David Lean, the flanker.
His 2nd try of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Mary's coaching team and players would have wanted in response to Wesley's try.
There's Killian Jacobs. Excellent again from Jacobs, guides it over, adds the extras. And it's a very healthy looking position for Mary's, who've made a change in the front row. Greg Ewing, who has worked very hard today, has been replaced by Joe Crystal, who'll add punch to Mary's. And the reason I say, John O'Sullivan of the Irish Times knows, he gets the joke. He is, of course, of the Crystal boxing family.
I won't pass any comment on that.
That's very good hands by O'Brien. Offside, or was it knocked on? Either way, it's gone to Wesley.
Aaron O'Brien tried to release the ball and pick it up and go, but it rolled forward, I think, when he let it go, and Pádraig Reedy has adjudged that the ball has gone forward. So Wesley get an opportunity about 3 metres outside the Mary's 22. We spoke earlier, Oisin, in the first half about the necessity of securing the restart, doing the simple things well, and both sides from the last 2 restarts have made mistakes and given field position to their opponents.
Diarmuid O'Shea takes his place on the pitch. He's replacing Patrick Power, who, as we mentioned earlier on, the 3rd generation of Power to play for St Mary's in the Senior Cup. His granddad David, who played in the 60s, is here today. That's a good pass by Spain. Can they find a route back into this game and a route through that Mary's defence? Not right now. It's a penalty for Mary's.
Yeah, superb work there from centre Zach Hopkins, who got over the ball, lifted it, and is rewarded with a penalty at the breakdown.
And O'Shea, who just came in, will go to back row with Lean moving to the 2nd row. He's on a hat-trick now, Lean. O'Shea's brother actually played last year. Tiernan. Diarmuid himself just back from injury. Good to see him back as well. You wouldn't want any player to miss out on anything as special as this.
No, very much so.
That's knocked down to Andrew Strong. Halpin. Malloy. Strong has O'Shea outside, but goes for the box kick. Colbert gathers well, and Colbert tries to take off, but his flight is taken down by Paul Neary. So Blackrock have secured their place in the quarterfinals. They've beaten the high school, and it looks like it will be St Mary's who'll take the final spot, and we will have the quarterfinal draw live after this game. Strong is waiting. It's a good take. Moynihan spotting gaps and going through them again. Had O'Shea on his shoulder. Here's Strong. Hopkins was the target, didn't quite come his way, but it's still Mary's who have the ball. Wesley have a man down at the moment, that's David Gilmore. He's back up, but he's carrying that leg. Trying to cut through is David Lean. Strong. O'Brien. Strong. Strong again. Now it's O'Shea. Strong. Back it goes inside. Mary's moving it quickly and getting closer and closer. Strong. O'Brien. O'Brien taking on all comers. Strong. A pick and go. Stop just short. They're knocking on the door again. Strong. It goes loose and it's grabbed back by Max Colbert. Josh Kelly won't let him go. And he was joined by Zach Hopkins, but it took the two of them to stop Colbert.
Yeah, so much to admire in the way Mary's got themselves to within 3 or 4 meters of the line.
Frade's kick is blocked down. The bounce is lucky for Wesley. Burke got there, but the referee says it's a knock-on and a scrum for Wesley.
Yeah, credit to Wesley fullback Max Colbert. He was very sharp when the ball was knocked up in the air to regather it and basically lift what looked like or kind of bring an end to what looked like a pretty perilous situation for Wesley. And you feel one more try and this game would be done and dusted. We'll see how much of a respite it is. Wesley will have to put in about 6 meters from their own line.
Fed in by Frayne. A young Wesley team, so many of these players will learn an awful lot from today. Not done yet, of course. Still 20 minutes to go, and Ferdia Spain, who has worked incredibly hard and got that try earlier, knows it too. You could see his attitude there was let's keep going, let's keep driving, and Milo Campbell is the same. Frayne. And it's a scrum to St Mary's.
Yeah, brilliant work from Max Egan, the Mary's second row there, who collared Frayne as the ball came out of the ruck and has forced a scrum turnover just inside the Wesley line. We've been speaking an awful lot about Evan Moynihan and his impact on this match, but also the Mary's number 8, Aaron O'Brien, has been very, very good in terms of getting his team over the gain line and making meters in a very direct fashion.
I think that's Max Egan, who's just getting a bit of treatment from one of his teammates, maybe a bit of cramp. Let's hope it's nothing serious. Sometimes you just need to stretch it out.
Yeah, I think most of the players will appreciate a little bit of a break.
Max played Junior Cup last season. I think it's fair to say he stepped up well to Senior Cup rugby.
Absolutely, yeah. His team will be very, very grateful for his last intervention in forcing that scrum turnover. Mary's have ideal field position here, actually, in terms of whichever way they want to go. move the ball. Most teams crave that sort of field position, middle of the pitch. You've options left and right. I think a decision on Finn is, or sorry, a decision on Max is, yeah.
Well, he's about to be replaced here by Sean Thornton, but Max Egan has left it all out there, hasn't he? He's played well today.
Yeah, the warm round of applause tells you how well Max has played.
And he's being replaced by Sean Thornton, another fourth year in good form of late. He was really good in the Leinster League. He's a very good ball carrier. O'Brien, helped on by Neary. Moynihan goes wide. Maguire, he's fast, isn't he? Strong, back to O'Brien inside. O'Brien again gaining yards. Strong. Malloy, it's a good carry by Malloy. Strong, handed it off to Sean Thornton. Thornton showing that carrying ability that we spoke about, but I think he has been held up. Yes, he has.
Yeah, very, very good work by a couple of Wesley players there. I think one of them might have been Milo Campbell, and the other is, I'm going to say Finn O'Neill, I think.
And much to Wesley's credit, they have worked hard throughout. They haven't let the heads drop. And they're still giving this one a go.
Yeah, you've got to admire their resilience.
O'Brien will carry it back to them. Strong, trying to dig it out, and does. Wanted the 1-2, but it went back the other way. That was a really good piece of play. Moynihan in for his second. He had help, he didn't need it. St. Mary's breached the 30-point mark. 34-10 they lead.
Lovely training ground move that worked to perfection. Just patient, well crafted. O'Brien with the carry. Strong, nice inside pass, and Moynihan, as he's done all game, has been able to ride the tackles and forces his way over for a very well taken second try, and a reward in some respects for his excellence.
And a nice moment in there. Hopkins, who was open, just actually congratulated Moynihan when he got over the line. He wasn't mad that he didn't get the pass and doesn't get the glory of scoring the try. That's a great sign of a team.
Yeah, you're not allowed to criticise your captain either, though.
I think you'd be the kind of player who would.
Just have a big sulky face that he didn't pass.
You always have that.
Yeah, I think also just a general observation about Mary's and the way they've played today. They've played some really, really, really good rugby. The fluency to what they have done for large kind of swathes, large parts of this match has been very, very good. They've moved the point of attack very well. They've used their representative players very well. Aaron O'Brien, Evan Moynihan in particular have carried extremely well. Killian Jacobs. And there's been a lot to admire. Josh Kelly as well at fullback. I mean, it's just been a very good all-round performance.
Well, Moynihan is a man who has captained his country. Captaining St. Mary's today, obviously. Here's Killian Jacobs.
A little bit of a worrying moment here for, I think it's the end of Wesley captain. Rian Handley seems in a bit of trouble here. He's been helped up, and yeah.
Lestrange is coming off the bench for Wesley as well.
That's a real pity. He's a super, super player. Rian Handley, the Wesley captain. Led his side well today in terms of what he did, as much as what he might have said. Carried very strongly, worked very hard, and can be proud of his contribution.
100% correct. Jacobs. Oh. Didn't quite catch it right, he was unlucky.
Yeah, I recognise that from my golfing days. Bit of a snap hook. I say golfing days, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Rian Hanley getting a warm round of applause from the Wesley supporters. They recognise what he has done today, how he leads the team. The captain going off injured. Let's hope he'll be back soon. He's a credit to himself. He's a credit to his school. Moynihan. That kind of sat up nicely. Wesley haven't really had the chance to use that wind in the second half, had they? That is a fantastic piece of play. It's Moynihan again. O'Brien. They're kind of purring now, aren't they, St. Mary's?
Yeah, you can see that they're superb work.
Commentators curse, penalty given away. Wesley tried to run it through Sam McMullen. Presents it off there for Adam Quinlan. Frayne. Lestrange. Frayne. Good hands by Gilmore, the centre. Frayne. Finn O'Neill wanted it and took it. Frayne. Gilmore. Spain. Fullback Max Colbert. Good tackle, getting across with Jack Halpin. And Mary's turned it over, and here's James Malloy. Back inside it goes. Wesley have a man down. Moynihan kicks.
Yeah.
Mary's also have a man down.
Great counter ruck there from Jack Halpin, and James Malloy snapped up the turnover with 2 players on the ground.
And it's a yellow card for Finn O'Neill of Wesley. And all credit to Finn O'Neill, because off camera he went over just to check on the welfare of the Mary's player.
Yeah, a couple of players, one from each team, receiving running repairs. Obviously Finn O'Neill, I'm guessing it was a late tackle on Neary that's got him a yellow card. Ooh, that looks like an arm injury.
Yep. So Mary's will make a change with Ethan Kenny coming in, a 6th-year utility back, can cover 9, 10, 12 and 13. A very decent soccer player as well. I've heard rumours of League of Ireland clubs looking at him.
Yeah, referee Pádraig Reedy has indicated that it was a tackle off the ball.
And Mary's get deep into Wesley territory again. Jacobs. Good take. Off the top and forming them all. And Wesley drives them back. And like we say, they haven't given up. They've never stopped working. But it's still with St. Mary's and Andrew Strong and Moynihan, and now running after his Neary, but he lets it off for his teammate. That was Maguire, I think, with the offload. I beg your pardon, it was Halpin. Now it's Hopkins.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy from Mary's there, but Zach Hopkins with a very good decision. Puts boot to ball and puts Wesley back inside their 22.
Well, St. Mary's are making a switch, as are Wesley. About to come in as Ryan Price for Wesley.
I think Ethan Kenny is on for Paul Neary, the out half, Mary's.
And a warm round of applause and another game to look forward to. They are into the quarterfinals, the draw for which will be made after this game. You can watch it here. Paul Neary going into the stand. It's a different kind of sore when you win, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's one that you can recover from quite quickly. Unfortunately, it looks like we're losing one of the Wesley front row here.
Well, play continues as that front row is taken off. Now play is stopped. It's that kind of frantic time of the game where there's a lot of changes and the momentum is kind of broken, and with the gap that's there on the scoreboard.
Yeah, once you get a raft of replacements, you lose a little bit of you can lose a little bit of rhythm in the match in terms of cohesion for the respective teams. And as you rightly pointed out, Oisín, every collision hurts a little bit more when you're 34-10 down on the scoreboard.
Frame, as he studs on that ball, has the breeze behind him if he chooses to kick. That's what he does do. Nine minutes to go. Sorry, 15 minutes to go. The stadium clock is a little off. The clock on your screen is correct. And Mary's making more changes. James Gannon amongst those coming in.
Yeah, this is the chance to get some of your starters off, give them a rest with an eye to the quarter-final matches. When you've got a little bit of breathing space on the scoreboard.
Gannon, the prop who just came in, he's only in fifth year, captained the juniors a couple of years ago, so a real leader. It's Marys who are looking for more. O'Brien, Marys have lived in the Wesley half in the second half. O'Brien got it to the hands of Crystal. Good delivery, Hopkins. Out to the wing it goes, it's Morrissey. And now Marys look like they'll switch it back inside. That was Strong. Trying to bash his way through is O'Shea. Strong. Gannon is there as a ball carrying option. They went to O'Brien on the other side and it was fired at him. He couldn't hang on to it, and Wesley will try and mount something here. Here's Colbert. I think they'll have to clear their lines. Crystal went up to try and block the kick. Comes off the hand there of Ethan Kenny, but it was backwards, and now it's Halpin. Strong. Kenny. Moynihan flings it out. Is there another one there for Marys? It looks like there is, and it's Morrissey who gets it.
Brilliant piece of defending. Absolutely top class.
Unbelievable defending. It looked like a fait accompli, but Wesley didn't give up on that.
I think there was a little bit of justice there. I thought it was a knock on. I thought that Ethan Kenny knocked the ball on earlier on, so it would have been a harsh score on Wesley. But I think Jack Duffy has worked the I think it's Jack Duffy who made the try-saving tackle.
A try scorer and a try-saving tackle for Jack Duffy today. Well, I was certain it was a try by Matthew Morrissey, who's actually involved in the Welsh setup because his mother is Welsh. But it was a great tackle. However, they'll have more tackling and defending to do here. Waiting on the wing is Halpin. Comes to Halpin, and Halpin will not be stopped. And it's a try for Marys. And it's Halpin second.
Yeah, it's another Jack, this time Halpin. Good work again from Hopkins, just drifted across the pitch. True defenders, the forwards did the hard work. Marys spread the ball wide, and Hopkins made a good decision, timing his pass perfectly for Jack Halpin. It was always going to be difficult for Wesley, down to 14 players, and there's plenty of space now on the pitch.
I think
tired mind, tired limbs, and a man down.
I think from this angle and against this breeze, it would be a real bonus if he put that one over, but it's not the way kickers think, is it?
No. You have to approach it the exact same routine. We'll see.
Jacobs. Oh, it was so close.
Yeah,
It was so close.
a decent effort. Finn O'Neill is back. Wesley back to a full complement. I think it's Jack Frayne going off for Wesley. These moments, you know, coaches doing the right thing, giving players an opportunity who've been on the bench, who've worked hard and trained hard and been part of the squad all year. To see them get some match minutes at Energia Park in a Leinster School Senior Cup match is the right thing to do.
Alex Trolley is coming in for St. Mary's. And a change will come for Wesley as well. Alex Hamilton will get game time.
Yeah, it's Evan Moynihan getting the ovation, and deservedly so. A superb performance this afternoon. Looked a quality player, the Irish schools player that he is.
And Owen Dillon is in for St. Mary's. Such competition in both squads. Owen Dillon, a 6-year who can cover back row and hooker. Alex Hamilton still waiting patiently to get on the pitch. As Frayne takes his place in the stands. He really gave it all today, didn't he? Frayne, he worked very hard, had some very good moments. Ball falls kindly here for Milo Campbell.
Yeah, word two for Milo Campbell. I thought he has worked so hard in it. Wesley's cause, same with Sam McMullen, his buddy in the back row. The open side flanker has tackled himself to a standstill. He's been really, really good in difficult circumstances.
Wesley get the scrum. And now Hamilton does manage to get on the field. Daniel Jones about to feed the scrum, an excellent hockey player as well.
That wouldn't be uncommon in Wesley, I would say. Noted for their hockey prowess, both the boys and girls.
Jones feeds. Jones inside to Spain. Oh, the move breaks down and Mary's have it back. Halpin was waiting to pounce. Crawley has to keep his head and does. That was Kenny. And they're running it rather than kicking it. And given the success they've had with that tactic, why not? That was Hopkins who went on a jaunt. Lean pops up again. Lean still going. Great work from Crawley. O'Brien. O'Brien goes to ground. Crawley. Lean. Crawley. Trying to cut through there is James Gannon. Back into the middle and Kenny goes loose. Dillon secures the possession, but it was knocked on. It will be a scrum to Wesley.
I know there was a handling error there, Oisin, but again, Mary's a lot to admire, a lot to like about the way they're playing the game, the way they move the ball, the way they change the point of attack, their willingness to kind of not only to kind of seek the wider channels, but also to, like I say, to change the point of attack where they move the ball from close in to wider out, and there's a lovely fluency. The players are coming onto the ball from depth. It's just it's both an attractive way to play and a very kind of effective way to play. I thought we'd lost Andrew Strong, but I see he's currently playing on the Mary Scrum half is currently playing on the left wing.
Hey, they're versatile, these guys.
Yeah.
Can Wesley finish with a bit of a flourish? Colbert running at that Mary's defence. It's still with Wesley, and they have advantage. And now they have the penalty.
Yep, lazy runner getting in the way, offside. Wesley get a chance to get some territory, and they'll be looking for that territory to be as far down into the Mary's half as possible.
That one carries in the wind.
Wonderful kick.
Yeah, fantastic kick.
Oh. Joe Cullen is back on, the Wesley tight head. And is it Finn O'Neill coming off? Second row looks limping. Not sure.
We'll concentrate on the play taken by Milo Campbell. Wesley trying to get a second try in the second half. A second half that started very well, but then Mary's took it over.
Sorry, it's Isaac Reed.
Jones, Lestrange. Taken well by Finn O'Neill. Wesley going through the phases. This is a really good, powerful surge. Fantastic work. I think it might have been Milo Campbell. Here's Jones. Is there a gap for them? Trying to cut through it is Gilmore. Out to the wing it goes. Mary's making their tackles, holding them out for the moment. The ball has disappeared from our view.
Yeah, I think Wesley are on penalty advantage, a couple of metres out.
Wesley knocking on the door. Referee keeping a very close eye.
They have numbers. What? Oh.
It's Spain.
Yeah.
Spain gets
numbers.
the pass away. It's Gilmore. Mary's got across, but it's still a Wesley ball. Going to ground, I think, is Tom Burke, but they have the penalty. Well, there's no point in kicking it at this stage. They might as well go for it.
Yeah, it's a question of whether they want a scrum or a tap penalty. It looks like they're shaping for a tap.
Here comes the charge of the Light Brigade.
With, I think it's Sam McMullen. Is it Sam McMullen over the ball? Yep.
Here come Wesley. Possibly their last attack of the game. Milo Campbell. Campbell still going. Daniel Jones lets it off there for O'Neill. Their fans getting behind them, the Wesley supporters. And they're inches away. They'll go again to Spain, who passes, and that's Gilmore, and Gilmore, has he got it down? It's been held, no, it is a try. Well, I thought for a moment he was indicating that it had been held up. We'll get another look here.
Yeah. Again, Wesley were on penalty advantage for offside. It's led to a yellow card, I think. Yes. Try to identify who's walking off behind the dead ball line.
I think it was Gilmore who got over. Hard to see when all those jerseys converge. We'll get another look at that in a moment, but either way, a try for Wesley. It actually isn't. I thought it was a penalty try. It hasn't been given. So they'll have to go again. Ryan Price. Have they been held up again? They have been held up again.
It's very, very cruel on Wesley. Twice over the line, twice held up. But you've got to credit Mary's for their attitude in defence, not giving anything up. At this stage of the match, with less than a minute to go, They could have been, let's say, less resolute in defence, but they haven't been. They've continued to tackle, continued to fight, and continued to work, and the coaches would want that.
Well, I think everyone thought they had got the try on the far side there, but the arm went up for a penalty rather than a try.
Yeah, Mary's will put the ball out in the full from the goal line drop out, so Wesley will have a 5-metre scrum, and this should be the last action of the game, I think.
Well, St Mary's are marching on, but can Wesley finish on a high? They've given it everything today, but unfortunately for them, their Leinster Senior Schools Cup campaign ends this afternoon. Jones feeds. They'll go for it. It's Spain. Spain! Unlucky, but it's still there for Wesley. And now having a go is Milo Campbell. Mary's tried to turn it over.
Yeah, it's up.
And they have the advantage. And now they have the ball, and it's kicked out by Zach Hopkins. And St Mary's go through to the quarterfinals in style. 39-10, the final score. John O'Sullivan, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was a very entertaining game. I think the scoreline's a little bit harsh on Wesley. It does pay tribute to the way that Mary's played, and they played some superb rugby at times, led by their outstanding captain and centre, Evan Moynihan. Zach Hopkins was very good. The back row was superb. David Lean, Liam Flaherty, Aaron O'Brien in particular. And there were some lovely touches from Paul Neary and Josh Kelly at fullback. They're a very well-rounded side who play a good brand of rugby, Mary's, and it was once they got into their stride and were allowed to play and got quick ruck ball, they produced some superb rugby. From a Wesley context, they showed a lot of character. I thought Ferdy of Spain, number 8 Milo Campbell, Sam McMullen were superb in particular. Also, Finn O'Neill worked incredibly hard, and Rian Handley led from the front. Very much so from them before he went off with injury. Max Colbert, a fullback, showed some lovely touches, and obviously Jack Duffy was a try scorer. Not quite at the same game as last year, where Wesley pushed Mary's all the way. I think lost by 4 points in that game, but nevertheless a very entertaining match, and I think give credit to both schools in terms of the way they played and the entertainment that they served up.
But for Wesley, unfortunately, the season is over for those who are in sixth year, and there's not that many of them. They'll have taken so much from their experience in the school. Look, I know they focus on winning, but sport at that age, at that level, is not just all about winning. For Mary's, they'll get another go at this, and they'll find out very, very soon who they'll be playing in the quarter-final.
Yeah, I see former Leinster player, Ireland international Phil Lawler, number 8, is down. He's put some balls in the Leinster School Senior Cup here on the pitch, so I assume the draw is imminent. But you'd like to think so, or else he just likes putting balls in a cup.
Well, the draw is about to be made for Mary's. They'll march on. The coach,
I think it's Adam Griggs, former Ireland women's coach, and Phil Lawler look like they're about to do the needful.
Oh, that's all happening off camera. What you're looking at is Mary's in the circle. The Wesley players, you're not seeing it, but maybe you're hearing it. They're getting applauded by the supporters who have come to get behind them today. And I know I say, John, at that age and at that level, it's not all about winning. I don't think any of those young fellas think that out there. They wanted to win today, and they put so much work into doing that. For Mary's, they're breaking off towards the left-hand side, going down to their supporters and getting a deserved cheer.
I think both teams deserve to get the recognition of their supporters for the efforts this afternoon.
Well, it's joy for those in blue.
Yeah.
And they're about to find out who they'll play in the next game. For Wesley, unfortunately, the season ends. But there's an awful lot of young players in there, 4th and 5th years. So many of them will be back. And they'll benefit from the experience. Of course, they played well in the Leinster League to get this far.
Yeah, I see that Wesley, it's always a tough one when you're standing around in a there are a few tears I can see, and you can understand that as well. They've given everything here.
And for those who are moving on for the 6 years, they have made friends for life.
Yeah, I think the coach is important now as well, reinforcing how proud they are of the team, and you can.
As the Wesley fans begin to file out, supporters on both sides of the ground, and the Mary's players more than happy to sing the song again. And they've earned the right. A fantastic performance from them today.
Yeah, post-game ritual for the winners. Oh, I think
Well, we have movement. We will have the draw very shortly.
I think we're about to be mic'd up.
Three
it
and a
is
half.
Phil Lawler and Adam Griggs who'll do the draw, I think.
Yeah. And here comes the draw.
Teams in the cup already in the pot, as it were, are Belvedere, Roscrea, CBC Monkstown, St Michael's, Terranure, Blackrock College, St Mary's and Gonzaga. So the draw will now be made by Adam Griggs. First name out of the cup is Terranure College.
Terranure College, the first name out of the cup. Who will they play?
Oh, you'd know Mary's would love to play them.
Yep.
Dublin 6 rivals, fiercest, bitterest rivals. Oh.
And Terranure will play St Michael's College.
St Michael's against Terranure. That's the first.
I think there was
pairing.
a pretty loud cheer there from the Mary's supporters that Terranure College got St Michael's, who would probably be favourites for the cup.
CBC Monkstown.
Have a bit of skin in this game, having gone there 100 years ago.
Who are CBC going to get?
CBC Monkstown will play St Mary's College.
St Mary's against CBC Monkstown.
Well, you can probably tell from the deafening roar that Mary's are very upset that they're playing CBC. I think they're pretty happy about that.
Gonzaga College.
I actually didn't hear that either.
No.
Such was the noise from the Mary supporters.
Gonzaga College will play Belvedere College.
Oh, Battle of the Jesuit Schools. The defending champions Gonzaga will play Belvedere College.
Well, that means we know what the last fixture is, but let's make it official.
And Cistercian College Roscrea will play Blackrock College.
Roscrea against Blackrock.
So the quarterfinal
Roscrea.
matches will be played on the week beginning February the 19th.
And just in
Matches
case
will
you
be played on the week beginning February 19th.
Just to recap, Terranure will play St Michael's, CBC Monkstown will play St Mary's, Gonzaga will play Belvedere, and Roscrea will play Blackrock.
So just to repeat the draw for the Bank of Ireland Leinster Schools Cup, the quarter-final draw that is, Terranure College will take on St Michael's, CBC Monkstown will meet St Mary's, Gonzaga, the defending champions, take on Belvedere, and Roscrea meet Blackrock College. Those games will take place on the week beginning February 19th. John O'Sullivan, just before we wrap it up, what do you make of that draw?
Yeah, I think Roscrea will feel a little bit hard done by that. The reward for staging one of the great comebacks in schools rugby, 18 nil down, or 22-0 down, sorry, after 18 minutes against Newbridge College. Come back and they get Blackrock in the quarterfinals. It's thrown up some interesting ties. Don't think that if you look at Mary's, will be pretty happy to get CBC Monkstown. Michaels, I think, still remain favourites for the cup, and the big two, Blackrock and Michaels, going into the competition this year, have been kept apart.
Okay, that's almost it from us from Energia Park. John, just before I let you go, what's your prediction for the big one tonight, the second biggest one tonight, the Guinness Six Nations kickoff between France and Ireland?
I am hopeful and optimistic that Ireland will win, but if you're asking me to put the rent money on it, I'd go with France.
And the reason